Hare Krishna, welcome you all for the English Gita program. So before starting our program, let us offer our obeisances to deities of ISKCON Seshadripuram, Sri Sri Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra Maharani, Sudarshana, Nitai Chaitanya, Vamanadev, and Panchatattva. So let us start with prayers. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रष्टाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचार्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Today we are reading from Bhagavad Gita 16th chapter. Second. 16th chapter 23rd shloka. Yasastravidamustrija vartate kamakarata nasa siddhimavapnoti nasukam na parangatim. He who discards the scriptural injunctions and acts according to his own whims attains neither perfection nor happiness nor the supreme destination. So we have come to the ending of this chapter. I think you can stop screen sharing, Prabhu. So we have come to the ending of this chapter, that is the chapter named The Divine and Demoniac Natures. So Lord has explained about what are all the natures of the divine and the demoniac person. Now, very, very important shloka he has explained in the 16th chapter, 21st shloka. So Lord has told about so 2 days back we have seen. Lord has told about the three gates to the hell. What are all the three gates? Lust, anger, and greed. These are all the three gates to the hell. So they have been described in the 16th chapter itself in the starting. They are the royal road to hell. If anybody wants a big highway, express highway to hell, so they can accept these three things. That is lust, anger, and greed. And why it was told? Because these three things, they will cause the degradation of the soul. They will put us in the lower and lower forms of life continuously. But by controlling these three tendencies, one escapes from the demoniac life and attains the perfect happiness. The same thing, Lord explained the same thing in the starting of the Bhagavad Gita also, 2nd chapter. Dhyayato vishayan pumsam sangasteshu pajayate sangat sanjayate kama kama krodho bijayate krodad bhavati sammoha sammoha smriti vibhrama smriti bhramsha buddhinasho buddhinasho pranashyati. Lord was telling, so krodad bhavati sammoha. So he was telling, so when a person contemplates on the sense objects, when he contemplates on the sense objects, what happens? He gets very much interest. Dhyayate vishayan pumsa. He gets very much interest. Dhyayate, continuously thinking about that particular sense object. Then he wants to attain that sense objects. So there is no problem, because some people may say, because we have the senses, So we want to have some little enjoyment. What is the problem in that? What is the problem in that? We can have it. So after that, we will come back to normal. So what is the problem? Some people will say like that, but there is a catch. There is a catch, and there is a vicious circle in this sense gratification, karma, particularly, which is against the injunctions of the scriptures, what was given in this shloka. So we'll come back to that shortly. Now, this karma is the lust. Lust means greed. Sorry, karma is the lust. So that means we want to have a particular sense of object. Like for a woman, man is the sense object. For a man, woman is the sense objects. Or it may be some properties, or money, some position, or power, everything, all these things under this category of kama, lust. Suppose we want, because we have associated with some kama object. So, okay, I got it. I got that kama object, and there is another chance that I may not be able to get it. So I want a particular woman, or I want a particular position. If I have not got that particular sense objects, what happens? Immediately, anger will arise. Uncontrollable anger will come. Okay, anger comes. We know, everybody knows, in the anger, when anger comes, we will not have any control on ourselves. If we ask some people who have killed or some done some heinous crimes, if we take the interview, we ask them, they are perfect and normal persons like all of us. But in the bit of anger, what happened? They committed very, very heinous crimes. If you ask them, they will say, I was pretty normal until that particular moment. So what happened? Because I want something and that didn't happen, it arises to uncontrollable anger. In the fit of anger, fit of rage, I have killed her, or I have killed someone. So I have done this crime. So I don't have any control. After that, even if I think about that particular act, so I'll regret myself. But the act is done. So that is the anger. Okay, sir. Anger is there. Problem is there. If sense object is, we didn't get it, so we get the anger. What happens when we get that sense object? What happens immediately? Greed. Greed will come. I got one particular sense object. My mind is not satisfied with that. I want one more. That particular sense object also I'll get it. Then my mind will ask for third one. That is also not satisfied. Again, it will ask for fourth one, and there is no end to this. The world is not enough. That is greed. So slowly, when we get the greed, it causes illusion. So we, in order to get more and more, we want to satisfy the greed. We get into the illusion, that is moha. That illusion, we lose our discrimination. And anybody is objecting or obstructing that particular sense gratification, we, under the illusion, will commit so many sinful acts. Then what happens? Okay, whatever I want, everything I'm getting. Then it arises to the next level. That is mada. Mada means pride. I'm getting pride, and I'll get intoxicated with that pride. Then my eyes will be closed. Eyes closed means not that you become blind. You don't see everyone with respect. You see everyone as a subordinate to you, inferior to you. That is pride. So when all these things happens, in the last stage, a mixture of all these 5 things will happen. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, all the 5 things mixture, it is called Matsarya. It is the ultimate thing. It results in envy of everyone, including the Supreme Personality of Godhead. These are all the demoniac qualities. All these qualities are like very much poisonous. And Krishna, Lord Krishna is telling every sane man should fear about them. It is not that I have become a devotee, I'm practicing something, so I've done so many rounds, every day I'm doing, so I got control over all these things. These are all like snakes. They look like you tamed them, but a particular moment or testing incident comes, immediately the snake will arise and it will bite us. So devotees or any person, not only devotees, everybody should be very, very careful about this, all the six enemies. So this royal road to hell we have seen. Now people will say how to get out of this particular six Arishad Vargas, because everybody knows person who is having little bit knowledge about the scriptures or any general Sanatani, they knows that Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, six enemies are there and we have to control that. So we have to be protected from that. It's a general understanding. So present generation, they may not have it, but previous generations, like our generation or before that, they'll have this general understanding. All these six enemies are there and we have to control them. That everybody knows. But how to do it? The question is how to do it. So that is given, that is going to be given in the next two shlokas, that is 16.23 and 16.24. So tomorrow we will see need to follow about the Shastras, why we have to follow the Shastras. But today we will see the important aspect of that. So how to get out of this? If one does not follow the injunctions of the Shastras, what happens and what is following the injunctions of the Shastras? That we will see. So here it is said, Yashastra Vidhimutrija. Shastra Vidhi. What is Shastra Vidhi? These are all the directions given in the Shastras, injunctions given in the Shastras, rules and regulations given in the Shastras. To whom? Four orders of life and four castes. What are all the four orders? Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, and four castes. Sorry, four castes. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, and then four orders. Brahmacharya Ashram, Grihasthashram, Vanaprasthashram, and Sannyasashram. There is a set of rules given for everybody, for all the orders and the castes, different castes. So why it was given? So that we will see shortly. And everybody has to follow these rules and regulations. Just like in the constitution, rules and regulations are there. So Srila Prabhupada repeatedly says that ignorance of the law is not an excuse to escape from the punishment. If somebody kills someone, murders someone, he says that I don't know about the constitution. What are all the rules and regulations about the constitution? So I have killed. Since I am ignorant, so I may be relieved from this punishment. Will the judge will accept it? No. You are supposed to know the rules and regulations. If you are living in a particular country, that is a law of land, the constitution. Similarly, law of the God is given in the scriptures. If somebody says that I don't know about the scriptures and nobody taught me about the scriptures, I will commit the sinful activities as per my whimsical acts and I should not be punished. So that is foolish. Whether you know or not, if you commit a sinful activities, you are liable to be punished. So now, why scriptural rules and regulations is given? So what is the scriptural rules we have seen? Now what are all the scriptural rules and regulations? These are all the rules given to reform a particular living entity, to take him from the Kalau Shudra Sambhava. By born in the Kali Yuga, everybody in the Kali Yuga, everybody is a Shudra. These rules and regulations are given to make one person from Shudra level to bring him to the level of devotee, devotional service, to become a Vaishnava. So all the rules and regulations given in the Shastras are intended for this purpose only. There is no other purpose. To elevate one person to the highest standard of life, that is a Vaishnava. So many persons know these rules and regulations, but they don't apply it. If one knows the rules and regulations, see, first level we have seen, people don't know anything about the rules and regulations, but still they are liable to be punished. Second level is they know the rules and regulations, but they don't follow it. Then he is also the lowest of the mankind. In fact, he is liable to be punished more because he knows about the rules and regulation, but still he didn't follow. So he gets more punishment. Like Brahmana, even though Brahmana and Shudra, they commits the same offense or same sinful activity, Shudra will be punished less for the same sinful activity. A Brahmana will be punished more. Why? Because Brahmana knows what is the rule, what is regulation, what is to be done, and what is not to be done. So applying the knowledge is also very, very important. Not only knowing the rules and regulations, following is also very, very important. Then the next level comes. If somebody is following the rules and regulations, but how he is following? Okay, it is to be done, so I am doing this. So somebody or my father or my elders, my parents, it's my family tradition. I have to follow so and so rules. I'm following it. He's doing it. But if one is following the rules and regulation like that, if he does not come to the understanding of the Supreme Lord, then his knowledge is waste, spoiled. Srama evahi kevalam, Srimad Bhagavatam says. See, whatever the activities we do, whatever the prescribed duties he will do, whatever the different things we will do in our life, everything, if they does not help us to come to the Shrama Evahi Kevalam, if he does not get to the Rati, interest and the love for the Supreme Lord, if we don't get by following all the rules and regulations of the Varnashrama Dharma, they are all useless labor. Shrama Evahi Kevalam. So we have to come to the understanding of the Tattva of the Lord. Then, after coming to the understanding of the Tattva of the Lord again, if we restrict ourselves to the general rules and regulations of the scriptures like Varnashrama Dharmas, if we don't engage ourselves in the pure devotional service to the Lord, again, his life is spoiled. 3 levels. One who doesn't know anything about the rules, 4 levels. One who does not know about the rules and regulation. One knows about the rules and regulation, but he doesn't follow. But one follows the rules and regulation, but he doesn't know about the Supreme Lord. So one who follows the rules and regulations as per the Varnashrama Dharma, but he does not engage himself in the devotional service of the Lord. Still, all these things are useless. So then again, the lowest persons, kama karata, acting whimsically. Persons, so many people, they'll create their own isms. I know this, I will do this. So this is good for me, or this is good for the people. There are some people who show compassion to the suffering person by giving them chicken soup. They think that this person is bodily very much malnourished. So if I give him chicken soup, what is the wrong in that? He gets the nourishment, he gets the energy, he comes back to his normal condition. What is the wrong in that? People will argue. But he does not know that by giving him the chicken soup, he is killing a particular animal or bird, and he is giving that karma, bad karma, to that person also. He is also getting bad karma, and he is giving the chicken soup to a suffering person. Already he was suffering. Again giving the chicken soup, that will put him in more difficulties in the future. This is how people who are acting whimsically, they will act. they will suffer, and they will make their followers also to be suffer. They'll also suffer. So we should not kamakarata, we should not indulge in that whimsical acts. We have to follow the rules and regulation. So what is the destination for the person who does this kamakarata? That means acting whimsically. They are condemned by the Supreme Lord. Arjuna asked the question, what about the various types of devotion, and what about the persons who don't follow particular scripture, but they also do some worshipable activity, something like that, according to their ownings? What is the destination for those people? So Lord is answering here. What is answering? They can't have the perfection of the human life. They can't have the perfection of the human life. What is the perfection of the human life? Attaining the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And one more, they will not attain either perfection or happiness nor liberation. Nothing they will get. They may think temporarily that by doing this activity, I am gaining so much of punya, or I am getting some piety. They are thinking like that. But actually, they are not going to get neither perfection, nor happiness, nor liberation. Nothing they are going to get. So only persons who follows the rules and regulations, and who engages, and by following the rules and regulations, by slowly and slowly they elevate themselves to the standard of the pure devotional service. When they comes to that particular level, at that stage they will attain the perfection, the supreme goal of the life, to attain the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So otherwise, people who don't follow the rules and regulation, yashastra vidamastrija. So they discard the scriptural injunctions and act according to their own ends, neither get perfection nor happiness nor liberation. Their valuable human lives are spoiled. So this is what we understand from this shloka. So anybody have any questions, they can ask. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. So,
Hare Krishna.
shall we end the session, Prabhuji?
Yeah, thank you.
Hare Krishna, devotees. Thank you very much, everyone.